Hello and a big welcome to the channel. I'm the Motorsport Madman and this is the 2024 Japanese Grand Prix. If you are new to the channel, if you are Formula 1 fan, then please do get yourself subscribed. Please do drop me a like as well. We're early doors here and there is a little thing I want to say before we get started here. If this race runs any longer than like an hour and a half, I've got to go. I have a probably 7:40 a.m. cut off because I've got to go to work. So if there's a lot of incidents or if there's rain and there's lots of safety cars, we might not see the end. Well, I might not see the end of the race. But it's just one of those things. Every now and then, life creeps up and tries to get involved in this. So there's nothing I can do about that. So in a way, every single week, I hope for drama and I hope for an exciting race. In this instance, I probably hope for a more straightforward race just so I can see the end of it and then go, rather than be like, what an amazing race, guys, but it's 8 laps to go and I've got to go. Hopefully we don't get to that scenario, but if it is one of these drama-filled incident races, that might be the case. But yeah, we've got an hour and 40 minutes to get this done, basically. Any longer than that, yeah. Well, thank you for being in stream if you are here. Also, if you are watching and you don't get in live chat, you won't be entered into the Viewers' Championship. This is the stream. We missed quali yesterday. I apologise for that. But that doesn't matter. Qualifying doesn't matter. This is the stream. If you want to be entered into round 4 of the Viewers' Championship, which is a virtual race that I host on iRacing midweek, if you want your name in that race and to be a part of that championship, it's completely free. You don't have to drive. You don't have to do anything. Then you need to be in live chat for this stream because I checked back the stream and I look who was in live chat. So, welcome to the Viewers' Championship round 4 to Dougie, Anto, Kim, Carl, Gav, Salty Dog, and Mitch so far. Welcome in, guys, to the stream. But yeah, morning, Kim, Carl, let's go. Yeah. Straight into it. Notification. Yes. Not bad. YouTube. Hit UNE7. Right. This is the grid lineup for Japan then. So it's Joe from P20, Sargent P19, Kevin Magnussen P18 on the grid, Pierre Gasly P17, it's Lance Stroll P16, Esteban Ocon P15 on the grid. It's then Albon 14th, Bottas 13th. I'll get my headphones on in a minute. Hulkenberg 12th, Daniel Ricciardo 11th. Not bad. Then Yuki Tsunoda, homeboy, P10 on the grid. I hope he gets some points today. George Russell P9, Charles Leclerc P8, Lewis Hamilton, the two Ferrari teammates of 2025, next to each other on row 4. Oscar Piastri P6. Fernando Alonso, one of the stars of qualifying, P5 in the Aston Martin. Then we've got a top 4 of Carlos Sainz, P4, Lando Norris, P3, and a front row. We didn't miss much with qualifying yesterday. I might have missed the stream, but is it the end of the world? A Red Bull 1-2? I'd have been gutted if I'd have missed quali and it was like a Oscar Piastri pole. Then I would have been a bit like, ooh, I've missed an absolute beast of a quali. But to miss quali and it be a Red Bull 1-2, I can live with that. I can live with that. We can all live with that, can't we? Sometimes Friday night sessions get in the way of a 6 a.m. qualifying session the next morning. But we're here for the race. That's the main thing. But yeah, welcome in, guys. Viewers Championship become a highlight. Oh, mate, honestly, that really fucking... I love to hear that, Salty Dog, because I want it to become something... Because I feel like... Do you know what I feel like? I feel like if a big streamer did it, it'd be like a massive idea and everybody like, look at this. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it's a good idea. It's just because I'm such a tiny channel, it's like trying to explain it and trying to get people to understand what it is. It's like, You know, there's people in that championship, they don't even know what they're in. They don't even know it exists. But I'm hoping that it will catch on eventually. And by the time we get into summer, end of summer, and people are like, oh yeah, you know, people want to be in chat because they want to be in the next round of it. I feel like there's a bud of a good idea there. Do you know what I mean? So I really enjoy it as well, because also racing online on iRacing is such a pace, so much stress, and you can go for all the practice, all the qualifying. This is online, and then you can just be wiped out in turn one by some idiot, and it's just like, nah. Whereas the AI, you can race them nice. So it's much more enjoyable for me. And then I just thought, do you know what? I can change all the names here. Why race against Joe Bloggs and Peter Smith, and why don't I race against you lot? So I feel like it can be good, you know. It could be really good. So I appreciate that. You also think so. Hopefully a few other people think so, and try and start to understand what the hell it is. But yeah, it's basically like a virtual horse race, but your name's one of the horses, isn't it? But yeah, man, I think it's a good idea there somewhere. Definitely. Yeah, channel. Yeah, I know YouTube needs to push me out now. We're all right. Right, we're on the formation lap anyway. No half an hour's waffling build up before the race. We're on formation, Driller. I don't know why. When I have skin in the game, the camera's like, you're pale, and then no skin in the game, I look human. So, you know, I can skin tone switch. I don't know how to turn that setting off. If I could turn this setting off, I would do. I don't get it, mate. Some sort of colour correction scenario going on. Some sort of colour correction thing. But it is what it is. It is mad, Kim. What's the odds Max has another failure? What, back-to-back mechanical failures? I don't know. Should we be like 100-1 at William Hill, that, I think? Because it had been like exactly 2 years since Max had a reliability issue at the same circuit. So it was Australia. It was Australia 22 the last time Verstappen retired from a race, I think. So it was 2 years between mechanical failures. So if you were to get back-to-back mechanical failures, yeah, you're looking at 100-1 odds on that. Let's bring it on. All right, let's have it. Oh, Jams is popping in it because the shorts, man. The shorts have got him from 600 subs in the last, like, 2 weeks. It's just shorts, man. But I would struggle to do shorts just because people don't want to see my reaction. They want to see what's actually it. You know, it's all right doing a watch along, a lot of long form content like this where you know I can have a chat with you. But if on a short you want to actually see what's happening, like a football short is not just someone's reaction; it is the actual clip of the football with the reaction. I can't do that with F1 because we will get banned in a second. So I'm struggling with what to do for shorts because I can't show F1 footage basically. And I've checked it out. I've looked at all the things, and the only people that are showing F1 footage are F1 themselves, and that says a lot. That means that other people are trying and getting slapped out of the sky. So I can't do shorts. It is what it is, man. Or I can, but it'll be 16 views, 28 views. Nah, man, I'm fine for that. Ain't gonna change my life. So yeah, it's a shame I can't take advantage of the shorts game. But anyway, right, here we go. It's the Japanese Grand Prix. We've only just come live and it's 3, 2, 1. Away we go then for the 2024 Japanese Grand Prix. It's Verstappen coming across to defend from Perez straight away. Look at the Ferrari and McLaren going side by side. Then it's Lando Norris swoops round the outside of Carlos Sainz. Look at Fernando Alonso still defending the position. It is as we were on the grid then. Verstappen from Perez, and then we've got Norris, and there's a Williams in the wall hard. Oh, Williams in the wall. Looks like Alexander Albon as Fernando Alonso attacks Carlos Sainz at P4. But we have got yellow flags. I imagine we're going to get safety car and all the rest of it for that, because we've got a Williams deep in the wall at turn 1. Red flag. Red flag. This is not what I need. This is not what I need, considering I've got to go in an hour and a half. Oh, it said 2 cars are involved. A Visa Cash App as well. A RB is in the wall. Is it Ricardo? Is it Ricardo and Al? So it's Ricardo and Albon in the wall at... It's not turn 1. They've made it all the way to turn 3. Wow, okay. So out at turn 3 on lap 1 then is Alexander Albon and Daniel Ricciardo. 2 retirements. Already peep, I know. Like, I'm so used to coming on and just waffling on and having a general chat with you for half an hour that today it's like, boom, I'm on. 3 minutes later, here we go. It sort of caught me off guard. They're going to have half a car left by lap 10. I know, bad start of schedule, I know. Any more incidents, that's it, it's GG's, man. I can afford one sort of 10-minute stoppage, but it'd have to be an absolute sublime race from now to the end for me to see the end of this race. I'm not gonna lie. But then again, if there's 3 laps to go, 5 laps to go, 99% of the time, we know what's happening, don't we? By then, and if we don't know what's happening by then what a race. Right, yeah, I want to see what happens with the RBs here. I think Ricciardo's been squeezed in turn 1. Yeah, there's Stroll struggling for space. Right, let's have a look. Oh, Albon's having to look round the outside into turn 3. Wow. So Albon's having to look round the outside of Ricciardo into turn 3. Ricciardo comes across to take the racing line and doesn't see that Albon's on his outside. It's just a racing incident, I feel like. I'm not going to lay blame. Well, let's have a look at this on board from Albon. So he's already having a look into turn 1. Thinks better of it. Right. Okay. Let's have a look at this from on board. Oh, yeah, so he's side by side. The problem is there. It's not Alex Albon's fault. Yeah. It's not Albon's fault, I'll tell you that much. It's not Albon's fault. The gap was there. Albon went for it. Ricciardo's not known that Albon's there. Ricciardo's seen a car on his inside. It's just one of them racing incidents where there's no real blame. It's just... You're 3 wide here. Look at this. Yeah, it's subtle, man. It is subtle one. Nah. You can't really go, you're an idiot. Yeah, 3 into 1, narrow circuit, lap 1. Every now and then you're going to get a bit of contact between these cars. And it's just one of them. So it's Lance Stroll. So Ricciardo's trying to defend the position from Lance Stroll. And he's trying to get a good turn in. Yeah, he just went for the racing line with Stroll on the inside, and Magnussen will take that. On board with Kevin Magnussen, they all just get out of his way. The parting of the Red Sea for Kevin Magnussen, and he's... Yeah, racing incident, definitely. It's going to be a long stoppage as well, this car, yeah. That ain't what Danny Rick needed, I know. Think Danny Rick gets replaced mid-season? I do. Because Red Bull are ruthless. They don't care about... Red Bull are not bothered about loyalty or longevity or, you know... If you're not performing off the bat and you have, I don't know, let's say half a dozen bad results, you won't be having another half a dozen bad results because you won't be in the sport. It's ruthless. And, you know, Daniel Ricciardo's, you know, history of winning Grand Prix for the big team and history in the sport won't barely be considered. If he's not performing right now, I'd be surprised if he's in that seat at Spa-Francorchamps at the other side of the summer break, to be honest. Because they'll want to get if Ricardo's not the one, or in RB's point of view, like if one driver's clearly not the one, just get him out, the sooner the better, and get someone else in, and it's just trial and error until someone sticks. That's all it is with RB. It's or Toro Rosso as it used to be called. It's just trial and error until someone's good enough to sink or swim. Tsunoda's swimming. Tsunoda's all right. But Danny Rick, in a way, I'd be sort of surprised if Ricardo's still in F1 at the end of the season, and that's mad to say because he's won 7, 8 Grand Prix, and he's obviously he was one of the best. Like 6, 7 years ago, he was one of the best. But things change. I think they'll put Lawson in. By the time we get to Spa-Francorchamps in the end of August or whenever that is, it's probably going to be Tsunoda Lawson, I would say. But you don't know, innit? You know, you can't get your crystal ball out, but it's not looking good, Brev. But yeah, that was a racing incident, though. I can't put it. It's not like, oh, Danny Ricciardo, what an idiot, he's crashed out here. No, but it's not what he needed, though. I mean, the time this race started, I got to finish later than normal. Very huge, 12 o'clock. I know. 6 a.m. start is ruthless, isn't it, Kim? It's ruthless. And at this rate, I'm not going to see the end of the race here. So if I've got to go on like lap 48 or something like that, then I apologise already. But I ain't going to see the end of this. Because we're already 12 minutes in and we've done 2 laps. We should be on like lap 10 now. But yeah, if you are new to the stream, I've got to go at 20 to 8. So I've got an hour and a half, basically, from now. And if the race isn't over by then, I have unfortunately got to go. But it is what it is, man. It's the one race of the year that it's an awkward time. Because it's not worth booking the day off, because at the end of the day, this is all over at R7 in the morning. If I book the day off work when it's all over by R7 in the morning, it's not really fair. But at the same time, it's running a bit close to the wire if we get a delay. So it's just one of them. It's one of them. I've jinxed it, I know, but it doesn't matter. Jinx it or not. You know what? I've got to go to work, Mitch. Sunday's my day, really. Every time that I do a Grand Prix watch along, it means that somebody else has stepped in to do my shift work. So I have to juggle many things to do this channel. It's not easy. So wherever I can do both, race and do my shift, I will do. And it's just one of these scenarios where I've decided, well, it's not fair to let someone jump in when I can do both today. So it is what it is. Yeah, I'm not on a Monday to Friday thing, unfortunately, at the moment. So maybe next year I'll be on Monday to Friday, and then it's more simple. But at the moment, I'm doing weekends as well as some midweek days. So my schedule's all over the shop. But we battle on regardless, don't we? You know, it's not simple, but oh yeah, man. Yeah, Mitch. It is what it is. When you work in retail, every day's the same. There is no such thing as bank holidays or weekends or Easter or anything. Forget it. Every day's a normal day. You're watching before then. Morning, Anthony. morning. It's midnight. Yeah, that's not too bad. This is a long red flag, this. This is a long red flag, this. This is putting me in the bin big time. I'm not going to see the end of the race. I think they're just repairing the barriers, aren't they? They've got to make sure that the barriers are in, perfect condition. Everything's all repaired for obviously safety reasons before they get this back underway. But yeah, long red flag right at the start of the Japanese Grand Prix was not the ideal scenario for me today. But that's what happens. Live sport, you never know. What was the slogan I said at the start of this season? We all know what's going to happen, but until it does, anything can happen. With regards to Verstappen winning, that is. We all know what's going to happen, but until it does, anything can happen. Well, anything can happen because Albon and Ricciardo have had a big incident at turn 3, and we're sat here half an hour into the race, having only done 30 seconds. So, get in. Yeah, exactly, Mitch. It's that kind of a vibe. Why is it? I don't know. They're just repairing the barriers and stuff, but it's not the quickest. It's not the quickest cleanup I've ever seen. I'll tell you that. Not speeding sensitive. They probably waited 5 minutes for the track to clear before they cranked the tractor out. Yeah, that's it. Sargent has beat Albon in a race. Yeah. Oh yeah, there is that about it. Yeah. Yeah, Sargent beats out. Oh, do you know when Sargent crashed it in FP1? I was like, oh, you are kidding me. I feel like Sargent's probably one big incident away from being sacked. No, it was so bad to see because he had that whole thing with the one chassis and they had to repair the chassis. The whole drama in Australia about Williams not having a spare chassis and Albon using Sargent's car and all that, and then they come to FP1 the following race and Sargent bins it, and I'm like, I was like, you're kidding. Well, everyone's okay anyway. That's the main thing. They're in Japan. Ah, no, yeah. Where's the little robot? Yeah, the future's not here yet, Kim. The future's not here yet, Kim. They haven't got little robots sweeping the track yet. Come back in 2040. We'll still be live. Oh, come on. This is putting me in the bin here. Williams going to wind up entering his 2012 Ford Taurus. Yeah. Well, they've got to come up with a plan B because it's not working out. If Sargent crashes again today or in China in a couple of weeks, they'll be like, you know what, we're done. Pack it in. Right, so the order with the red flag then. So I don't know. I don't think it's just grid positions, is it? Because they did a sector. So we're still a Red Bull 1-2. The top 9 are the same then, aren't they, of what they qualified? The top 9 have stayed the same then. No one made or lost a position in the top 9. So it's still Verstappen, Perez, Norris, Sainz, Alonso, Piastri, Hamilton, Leclerc, Russell. Then it's Hulkenberg P10. So Hulkenberg must have had a good start, up at least a position, or maybe more like 2 or 3 positions. So yeah, so then it's Hulkenberg, Bottas, Tsunoda's dropped down to 12. Then the 2 Alpines, Ocon, Gasly, then Stroll, Magnussen, Sargent, Zhou, and that'll be the grid position. I assume then they'll do a grid restart as well. I don't know if they've bin that rule off actually. After a red flag, it's supposed to be a full grid restart rather than the single file rolling start that we used to see back in the day. So right, they're getting all the machinery off the circuit now. I hope it should get back underway in another 5 minutes or so, with a bit of luck. Yes, JJ, welcome to the stream, bro. And that is your seat, JJ. You won't know what the hell I'm talking about right now, but that is your seat into round 4 of the Viewers' Championship. What the fuck is the Viewers' Championship? Think of it like a virtual horse race, but instead of horses, it's cars with your name on it. So, if you don't know what the Viewers' Championship is, and I might as well mention this now because we've got another 11 minutes for the race to resume. So I have got a series going on iRacing, which is a sim racing game. So on a Wednesday night, well, it will be Wednesday night this week, everybody that was in live chat for the watch-alongs, i.e. now, so if you're in live chat for this stream, you are automatically entered into a virtual race in which you don't have to do anything. It's completely free to enter. You don't have to drive. You don't have to do anything. But you will be one of the drivers that I'm racing against in the sim. So it's like a virtual race. It's a championship, so there's 24 rounds. I have already done the first 3 rounds. They are live streamed on the channel. So everyone that was in live chat for Bahrain Grand Prix got put into round 1. Everyone that was in live chat for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix got put into round 2. And everyone that was in chat for the Australian Grand Prix got put into round 3. So the championship's already well underway. And it is Kim that leads the championship. She's on 80 points. I have got a full point system. The top 20 get points in the race. So it is going to be a case of, if you're in the watch along for the Grand Prix, like now, you are entered into the following round. It's not your ticket into every round, because what it's going to reward is people that keep coming back to the channel. That's the idea. So to be in every race of the Viewers' Championship, you've got to be in every race right now, just like you are now. So that is the criteria. A message in live chat today, and boom, you're in to round 4, which will be the same circuit. Albeit I don't drive F1 cars, because on the sim it's just like, it's bedlam. It's not even fun to drive F1 in the sim. So I do sports cars, but it's a bit like Le Mans. So it's like sports cars. But yeah, it's completely fair as well. So all the cars, when I spawn them in, so it's basically me racing against the AI. In a nutshell, it's a sim race where I'm racing against the AI, but the names of the cars, all the other cars, is you lot. So instead of me against AI bot number 1, AI bot number 2, AI bot number 3, it's me against Kim, Dougie, Mitch, JJ, Anthony, Lawrence. That is how it works. Welcome to round 4, Lawrence. So yeah, there's just a quick explainer. So it's me against the AI, but it's you lot. So we've already done 3 rounds. round 4 will be at this track, which I've just bought for £15.95. So this championship's going to cost me a fortune. Because on the sim, you have to buy each individual circuit. But I want to do it anyway. It gives me a good excuse to buy content on iRacing. So. But it's going to cost me hundreds to do this. But it's going to be good fun. And I hope it catches on, by the time we get 8, 10, 15 rounds in, because there's going to be 24 rounds as well. So whilst Kim might lead the championship now, it's very early days. There's another 21 races to go. So it'll be midweek evenings, a Tuesday or a Wednesday night after a Grand Prix. So this week it'll be Wednesday night. It'll be Wednesday night Viewers' Championship round 4. So get involved. It'll be good fun. But yeah, oi. Yeah, exactly. That's it, Kim, as well. I'm going to keep tabs of that as well. That was one thing I was thinking. I better keep tabs of that. So yeah. Declan won round 1. He probably doesn't even know it exists or what he won, but Declan won. See, the thing is, some people were entered into round 1 because Jamza did like a redirect of his stream. So all the Jamza's viewers came in and then they didn't know what was going on. They were automatically entered. And then, so there's like a handful of people that never come on this channel that we then got loads of points in round 1 and didn't even know they're in it. Like TSC was like leading the championship. And he never comes on it, you know what I mean? He doesn't even know what F1 is, and he's like leading the championship. I'm like, oh my God. Which is why I've got to do it. If you keep coming back race by race, then you've got more chance, you know what I mean, doing well. But yeah, JJ, it's good, man. It's good fun, really good fun. Exactly, multi-class racing. I mean, I don't want to get too much into it because it can get a bit complicated, but yeah, multi-class racing it is the Viewers' Championship, so it's mint. It is mint. And even though I'm there, when I'm actually in the race, and I'm like, oh God, this is like, and I'm moaning and that, going, oh, what's he doing? Where's he going? But I love it. But it's amazing though. It's so good. Oh yeah, Mitch. Do you know what? If you're into it, go for it, because I'm a year into it now, into this proper sim setup. I love it. And I know for some people it can just be a little phase, and they'll play it for a month or whatever, and then it'll just be dusty in the corner, and they never touch it. There's a lot of people like that, so it is a considered purchase. Are you going to be into it a month later, 2 months later? But if it does stand the test of time for you, mate, it's worth every penny. We're still under red flag, which is why I'm waffling on about the Viewers' Championship, because I don't know what's going on. This is the longest red flag I've seen in a long time. So apologies, guys. But it is what it is. He shed some tears on Thursday night. Wow, what happened Thursday night? Oh, the football. Oh, no, I'm not bothered about the football. But hell, got over that about 3 minutes after full time. No, I'm not bothered about the football. I was like, when there was 2 late Chelsea goals, I was watching, I was like, oh my God. I wasn't like, yeah, you know what I mean? I don't get angry over it. In fact, I found it entertaining. Do you know what I mean? I was watching, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this has happened. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't like, fucking United, a load of rubbish. I'm not arsed, man. It doesn't affect my life emotionally, do you know what I mean? So I'm not really a football fan, to be honest. I take a casual view at it, but do you know what I mean? Whereas this is what it's all about for me. But not with a half an hour red flag, though. Jesus. But we will be getting back underway soon. I think in the 2 minutes. I think in 2 minutes we get the race. Well, they will go around, and I assume we're going to get a full grid restart. But yeah, there's no way I'm seeing the end of this race. Unfortunately, guys. There's 53 laps. I'll probably see until about lap 40 or something like that. It depends, but yeah, sorry guys. I've got to go at 7:30, 20 to 8. So I've got an hour. I've got an hour. So it is what it is. I can only apologise. Yeah, Fanatec, man. I know there's some other ones now. Yeah, Salty Dog collecting points, man. That's it. So am I. I'm sort of hoping in a weird way, man, with the Viewers' Championship. I'm thinking, I know this is weird to say, but I'm thinking, I hope I don't win the championship. Because obviously I'm in every single round. I thought about this the other day. I was like, oh, I could end up winning it just by the fact that I'm definitely in every single race. And obviously people are going to come and go, innit? Not everyone's in every single watch along. Obviously there'll be a handful of you that'll be in the vast majority of the races. But then I'm thinking, hang on a minute, I am going to be in every single race. And if I'm like 6th, 7th, 8th in every race, that might win me the championship. Imagine that, come the last race. Oh, what a season, but I've won it because I'm better than all of you lot. I can't win it, man. But I want to try my best, but I can't win the damn thing. If I won one of the races, you know what I mean, let me off, I'd be like, yes, get in. But I can't win the championship. It'd be like, well, thank you everyone for joining, but I'll just put the crown on my head and give myself a medal and go, yeah, get in. Nice try, everybody. I can't win it. But just by the fact, if I'm consistently like top 6, because everybody else is random, you see, because it's completely fair, so all the stats, well, but my stats are obviously, it's just my skill level, so I can probably finish mid-pack every time. But you, in a random car, the viewer, one week you might win it. Well, Kim knows what she won. Round 2 was 10th in round 3. So you're going to be juggling all over the place. You're going to win one, then you're going to be at the back, then you're going to be in the middle, then you'll win another one, then you'll be second, then you'll be at the back for 3 races in a row. You don't know. It's completely random. When I spawn in the cars, the stats are completely random. But I'm not completely random. I've got some sort of consistency. Well, that's saying a lot, but do you know what I mean? So if I'm consistently like 5th, 6th, 7th, I'll win it. So, I don't know, man. It's good. We'll see. If we get to the back end of the season and I'm in the championship fight, I don't know, man. I don't know. But, no, I don't think I'll win it because the counter argument to that is I'm never going to be in like the top 3 or 4 because the difficulty I've got it on, the top like 4 or 5 in a race are absolutely rapid. So I'm not going to win one. I'm not going to be on the top 3 in any of them. So the people that do win are going to get such a massive points advantage over me that I shouldn't win it overall. It'd be a little bit awkward if I do. Exactly, Jordan. That's the thing, man. That's the thing. Welcome into round 4, Jordan. But that's the thing. It's just being a part of every race that's going to win you it. You was in one of them. Now you're in 2. So you're in 2 out of the first 4 races, Jordan. You got to make yourself a regular. Up there for thinking, innit, mate? Up there for thinking. Imagine you had a City Extra version of that. The more streams you're in, the more beneficial it is to you. Good idea, isn't it, Jordan, lad? Yeah. Race is going to get back underway soon. I don't know. They're going to do, is it a safety car situation? Like a safety car pulls in and away we go, or are we going to get a full grid restart? But yeah, Mitch, as you were saying, Fanatec all day long, mate. I've fully Fanatec'd up me, lad. the pedals, Mitch. Fanatec V3 inverted. Oh, yes. Do it. Spend the money. Do it. Spend the money. Get the best pedals they've got, mate. Trust me. You don't have any cheap little pedals like that. Cheap little plastic. No, mate. I have got the serious pedals, man. V3 inverted, mate. Do it. If you're getting a sim rig. The wheel, it doesn't really matter. Whatever. You know, the seat itself and the frame, you know what I mean. But the pedals is where the feel is, man. I can mash that brake and I have to, you know. Anyway, right. So here we go. Yeah, brand new race. So we're lining up for the Japanese Grand Prix, part 2. Right, we've had a dead first 35 minutes of this, but we're getting underway now. Incredible idea. Well, this is it. It brings the FOMO as well. I feel like it is the bud of a good idea. It just needs people to understand it and know what's going on. And then, yeah, we'll see where we are. I think it could be a good idea. It's good fun anyway. It's good fun. Right. Standing start. Yes, Salty. This is what we want, man. Standing start. Yeah. Right, here we go then. So it's like the start of the race all over again. Hopefully it's a clean start this time. And we're back underway for the 2024 Japanese Grand Prix. It's Verstappen, the defender. It was a good start from Perez. Verstappen had to cover him off straight away. The two Red Bulls go into turn 1, almost side by side as Verstappen defends from Perez. Then it's Norris. Then Sainz, Alonso, Piastri. Look at the Ferrari and Mercedes and Hamilton. So it's Leclerc versus Hamilton, the two Ferrari teammates of next season, battling for P7 as we go around these S's for the first time. I think we've got out of it cleanly as well, which is critical. We've finally got this race underway after the big incident between Albon and Sargent at the first attempt. So it is Verstappen, Perez, Norris, Sainz, Alonso, Piastri, Leclerc, Hamilton, Russell and Ocon up into P10 at the moment. So Hulkenberg's lost out massively then. Ocon in the Alpine, repping the Alpine. Though they need support, Alpine. I like an underdog, so bang. Stroll has passed Gasly for 12th. Stroll out, is he? You're ahead of me. I don't think so. Yeah, but lap 2 was them coming back out of the pits and going round to then line up on the grid, if you get what I mean. Yeah, so. Nah, Tsunoda's not a lap down. It must have just been a fault with the live timing thing. So it's Sainz putting pressure on Norris for P3. I think I've got, what's my predictions? I've got Ferrari finishing 3rd and 5th in my predictions. I feel like over a race distance, I feel like Ferrari are going to be stronger than McLaren, but I'm here to be proved wrong, you know. I hope McLaren can be competitive today, but I just feel like over 53 laps, are Ferrari going to beat McLaren? I'd say probably. Leclerc obviously only had that one run in Q3 in qualifying yesterday, and it didn't work out for him. Qualified down in 8th, did Leclerc, but I feel like he'll come through in the race today. I feel like both Ferraris will come through. Oh, Perez keeping up with Verstappen early doors, and Alonso keeping up with Sainz and Norris as well. Go on, Fernando. See, I've got Fernando dropping back in my position. I've got Fernando ending up P9, but he's looking good early stages. Yeah, Stroll's name was great. Yeah, I don't know, man. It must have just been a little fault. I've just read your comment from before, Salty Dog, when I was talking about the Viewers' Championship. Yeah, man. Because apologies if I missed your comment here and there. fur coat. Oh, look at that. Bottas has passed Ocon. So wait. Oh, Sonoda. Has Sonoda passed? Where's Sonoda come from? Right, let's have a look at the start again. Oh, they're all like line of stern going into turn one. Do you know, I thought Perez was going to try around the outside of Verstappen there into turn one. Oh, it's a big lock-up by George Russell. Yeah, I didn't spot that at the time, but George Russell locked up badly going into turn one. Look at the two Alpines. The two Alpines making contact. Wow, and then George Russell locks up badly. Oh, and they're 3 wide there. Whoa. I tell you what, that was really close to the Alpines in the midfield there. The first couple of corners of the race. DRS is now enabled. So it's Verstappen who leads Perez by 1.2. Then Norris a second and a half behind Perez. We've got Sainz, Alonso, Piastri, Leclerc. Then the two Mercedes of Hamilton and Russell on the hard tyre. And then we've got Tsunoda and Bottas on the soft. So the top 4 on the mediums. Alonso and P5 on the soft tyres. And 6th and 7th on the mediums. Mercedes both on the hard tyres, which is unusual for them both. Here we go for a move. Then it's Stroll versus Ocon for P12. And Ocon is getting done every single lap at the moment. Oh, Alpines are getting done. As Stroll up to P12. Russell looking at his steering wheel. Oh, mate. I know. In Australia, referring to the Australia thing. Oh, Perez has gone a bit wide at Degner 2. Ooh, Perez under pressure then. Come on, Lando. Get him under pressure then. I think he's trying to keep up with Max. And no, it's not that easy, man. It's not that easy. He's probably trying to go with Max and leave the pack behind, but it's not that easy to keep Max in his sights, is it? Is everyone out safely? Yeah, we're underway properly now. But the delay was just too long. Oh. Yeah, replay on board with Sergio Perez and well wide at Degner 2 there. But he's still all right, Perez. He's got away with that one. He's 1.8 between him and Norris now anyway, so he's all right. Alpines look under attack again then. It looks like Magnussen versus Gasly into turn 1. Magnussen's got a weird onboard camera this race where it's one of these like gyro things where it tilts. I'm not a fan of it, to be honest. It's one of these cameras that like stabilizes itself and stays level on Magnussen's Haas. I noticed it I think in quali yesterday, but nah, let's just stick with the regular onboard camera in my opinion. We don't need to be tilting round the corners like that. There's already enough going on. Oh, come on, let's have some fighting at the front. See, this is what happened in Australia, right? Verstappen retired, and I was like, right, here we go. Race on. This is going to be an amazing race between Ferrari and McLaren. But it was just a stalemate. So what should have been a fantastic race in Australia was actually a stone-cold stalemate, as Sainz just left them for dead. And the Ferraris and McLarens never were wheel-to-wheel, did they, in Australia, as I was hoping? You know, are they going to go wheel-to-wheel here today? I hope so. Are they pitting Tsunoda already? Pit stops are already happening. Lap 8. So Sonoda's in. Zhou's in as well. 2.5 second stop though. That was sweet. But yeah, I hope we see some wheel to wheel action in like the top 5, top 6, because we didn't really get that in Australia. So even though Verstappen retired from the race, it ended up being a bit of a letdown. I know. I don't know, man. Stopping on lap 8 is early. I don't know if it would be as extreme as a 3 stop, but oh my God, Kevin Magnussen. What a move. Was that on Gasly? I tell you what, Kevin Magnussen, what a move around the outside of turn 1. Like Kimi Räikkönen on Fisichella 2005, that was. Swoops round the outside. Except it's not for the lead, but still. Right, so science reporting that Norris is struggling a bit. Well, go and attack him then. Let's see some overtaking today. Go and attack him then. Let's have a do. Right, enough of this single file. The cameras in the helmets like they had in Vegas is awesome. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they try that out every now and then, but it's never really caught on that. Like the helmet cam thing. They've had it every now and then, but it's never been a consistently... It's like, right, the helmet cam's the future, bang, every race. No, they've never really committed to that for whatever reason. But yeah, a 3-stop strat, I mean, I wouldn't rule it out if they're pitting on like lap 6, lap 7. It's, you know, are you going to do just one more stop? Oh, look at this. Leclerc all over the back of Piastri then for P6. Oh. Right. Yeah. Verstappen and Lambiasi have got this under control, mate. They're even joking with each other on team radio. It's just such a smooth operation, isn't it? Not as smooth as Carlos Sainz's operation, but it's such an organised pairing. But look at this then. Leclerc having a look at Piastri into turn 1. Can't get it done yet. You have to wait another lap, but yeah. I did have this on me. This is on my bingo card, this. Leclerc coming through the field. I did think he'd have a better race pace. Oh, yeah. Russell complaining about vibrations. Maybe the lock up into turn 1 is starting to show its effect now. I think Russell will be in soon. Formula E, no, each to their own. But Formula E is not for me. It's not for me. I'm not watching a bunch of Scalextric cars go around, mate. But each to their own. If you like it, if you watch it, then fair enough. But no, Formula E is not my bag. I did think about doing NASCAR, you know, but no. I had to go. But F1 and F2 would be enough. F1 and F2 is enough. I would like to do like endurance racing, but I'm not going to sit here and do, 8 hours of Silverstone. You know what I mean? Imagine that 7 hours in. I do like endurance racing, but doing a stream on it might be pushing it a little bit. Entertainment-wise, it might not be there. So I'll just watch that on my own. But yeah, no, Formula E's dead, man. Oh, here we go then. Sargent on Gasly. Oh, Williams quicker than Alpine today then. And Sargent up to P13. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. IndyCar's good, but I just don't know enough about it. I would like to get into IndyCar, but I know they show some races on Sky Sports F1. I know they show some, but I feel like a lot of them are going to clash. And basically, if I was going to do it, I'd want to go all in and do every round. But IndyCar, I don't know how many I'd be able to watch. A handful. So I can't really get into it. But it is good, yeah, no doubt. Like, championship battle-wise, probably a lot better than what we've got here. Mind you, there was only like 4 points, as it stands. It's a close championship. I think Verstappen's only 3 or 4 points ahead of Perez and Sainz. But you know what I mean. But yeah, IndyCar's good, but I just don't know enough about it really. But F1, F2, and then Viewers Championship midweek. That'll keep us going this year. Hopefully try and do some shorts as well, but like I say, it's not simple for me to do shorts because I can't show footage. So there's only so far reaction on a short's going to get you, really. People want to see what's going on a short. People want to see not just the reaction, but the actual what happened. So I'll have to try and think of a way around that. Max is quick, but his undercut improved. Yeah. Undercut proof. Are you undercut proof, Salty Dog? I'm undercut proof. Oh, Piastri being told to pit. Yeah, Verstappen's pace just makes him immune to anything that the others throw at him. But yeah, so Piastri's in then from P6. Yeah, so Norris has already pitted, gone onto the hard tyres, and now Piastri follows suit then, also onto the hards. 2.9 seconds stop. Alonso's still out there on the softs as Magnussen passes Ocon for P9. See all the wheel-to-wheel actions in the midfield. Flipping egg. Bottas sweeps around the outside of Gasly. See, all the great wheel-to-wheel action is for like 12th, 9th, 13th, 17th, 15th. We don't really get a lot of wheel-to-wheel action even for like 5th, 3rd, 4th. Come on, guys. Why are these Mercedes, McLarens and Ferraris in this stalemate situation? Let's have some racing, man. And then we get great battles between like Hulkenberg and Gasly for 15th. Oh, they've got another. What is going on here? Zhou Guanyu looks like he's out of the race. Oh, Hamilton being told to swap positions with George Russell. Oh, and he is doing into the final chicane. Hamilton gets on the brakes early and lets Russell through. So Russell up to 6th then. So they must think that Russell's got a bit more pace at the moment. And they've swapped him. Oh, Russell team leader at Mercedes. It's the midfield and back of our scene seems desperate. I know. I wish the guys at the front were more desperate. I don't know. This is becoming a theme. It is becoming a theme, this. where the top teams are not going wheel to wheel. And it's you know, do we see a Ferrari and a McLaren going side by side for fourth? No. We see Magnussen, Gasly, Hulkenberg, Bottas, Sargent and Stroll going side by side nearly every lap. But they're outside of the points, so it's not really, it's, oh my God, he takes 14th place. Do you know what I mean? There's a limit to how excited you get for someone. I mean, look at this. Imagine this was like the podium. Tsunoda's gone round the outside in the S's. Why they put Kevin Magnussen graphic over the top of Lando Norris's helmet there, I do not know, but or Piastri, should I say? You need to get that KR1's fan react, F1 fan react. I don't know him. I've never heard of him. Man, he's probably never heard of me. No one's ever heard of me. Well, no, I can't say I've heard of him. Norris got fastest lap at the minute. It's early on though, isn't it? It's early doors. Right, if you haven't already, guys, please do drop me a like on the stream. It helps get the channel noticed, and we can start growing this season. Chinese Grand Prix in a couple of weeks as well. A little bit later than this one. That's at 8 a.m. start, and so the races start becoming a little bit more sociable after this. 8 a.m. for China, and then what's after that? Then Miami, and that'll be Sunday night. So then hopefully we'll start picking up. The season properly start gathering momentum once we get to Europe and we're back on Sunday afternoon sessions. Then there'll be more in the Viewers' Championship as well coming into Europe, because you got to be a big fan to be here at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the morning, aren't you? So when we get into Europe, we'll get other people dipping in and out of the Viewers' Championship as well. Oh, does it? Oh, he does like a compilation thing. Oh, I need to get in touch with him. How's he not found me yet then? If he's doing F1 fan reaction compilation and he's not found me, that's not good. That's a YouTube algorithm putting me in the bin, that. If someone's doing that and they haven't found me, they're missing the main thing. No, but that's not good though, that, if he's doing that. Mind you, the channel's tiny in it, so but the algorithm's not helping me. Perez is in then from P2, and Sainz is in as well. This has promoted the Merc brothers. The Mercedes drivers are up into 3rd and 4th at the minute. They're yet to stop. So the pit stops are occurring. China might be the miss you race. The race you miss. Unless you make a late pot of coffee. Oh, 2 a.m. start. Yeah. That's one of them. That's one of them awkward ones where do you stay up or not? Yeah, it's a late one, That's a late one. There is no race in the UK that's like 2 a.m. Nah. It's either... Miami's as late as it gets, where it's like 9, 10 o'clock at night. And then Australia's as early as it gets, where it's 4 a.m, 5 a.m. So there is no 2 a.m. in the UK. I'd just stay up for that, though. It wouldn't be that bad, actually. I would just stay up in that case. Yeah, do it. Do it. Hey, I tell you what, Salty Dog. I think you've been in all 3 rounds of the Viewers' Championship. You want to keep your consistency. You're going to have to be here, mate. No, do you know what I can see people doing? Getting a comment in chat before I'm live. Do you know what I mean? Live in 6 hours, you already typed there, yeah, I was here. Then what's the rules? I don't know. Oh, look at this. Finally, some wheel-to-wheel action between the top teams. Look at that. Lando Norris round the outside of Lewis Hamilton for P4. What a move. I mean, yeah, Lewis is on the old hard tyres, so I'm not going to jump off the chair and, shirt round my head, but still a nice move from Lando Norris. So it is Leclerc who leads. Not really, but for a lap or two. While we're in the pit stop phase, Charles Leclerc does lead the Japanese Grand Prix from Verstappen, Russell, Norris, Hamilton, Perez, Sainz, Alonso, Piastri, Magnussen. That top 10 standings is very temporary because we are mid pit stop. And look at this, Perez. Oh, Perez attacking Hamilton, but Hamilton defends it so far, but it's going to be over this into the final chicane. It is going to be over. It might even be over before they get to 130. Don't go side by side into 130R. Oh my God, they're doing it. Perez is doing it. Oh, careful, guys. Oh, and Hamilton backs out. Woo. Ooh. He had to back out of it there, did Lewis Hamilton, on the old hard tyres, and let Sergio Perez go. And now the other Mercedes is under pressure then. Russell under big pressure from Lando Norris, and Lando Norris with the DRS down the inside into turn one. So who hasn't stopped yet then? So Leclerc, Russell, Hamilton, who else? Has Alonso stopped yet? Yeah, Alonso stopped because he was on the softs. So Alonso stopped. Oh, look at this then. Valtteri Bottas round the outside of Logan Sargent, and Bottas up to P11. So it is on lap 18 out of 53. Leclerc, Verstappen, Norris, Russell, Perez, Hamilton, Sainz, Alonso, Piastri, Magnussen. Then it's Bottas, Sargent, Tsunoda, Stroll, Hulkenberg, Ocon and Gasly. We have got 17 in the race. Zhou is out. I don't know why, but we saw him stopped in the pit lane. Whether it's a engine failure or they couldn't get the wheel nut on or whatever it is. Zhou's out, and then obviously the incident at turn 3 between Ricciardo and Albon put both of those out of the race. So we've got one Sauber, one RB and one Williams left in the race as Perez attacks George Russell into 130R again. That's back-to-back overtakes into 130R for Sergio Perez, and up to P4 he goes then when the Mercedes boy's going to pit. And we should all spam... No, you can't force yourselves on. You've got to get on there by pure merit. One day he'll find me. He's only got 6k subs. Well, I only got 500, so... I can't laugh at his 6k subs, can I? When I was sat here at 500, but... just went and commented. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. But I don't want to be constantly banging on the door, like, come on. But eventually he's going to have to put me in, isn't he? Eventually we'll make our own wave, do you know what I mean? Eventually. Let's have a look how many's in the Viewers' Championship so far. Oh, Anto, yeah, man. Oh, because it was only 13 of us in round 3. I reckon we're already up to like 15, 16. Around Suzuka as well. 2 hours of Suzuka I'm doing on Wednesday night. 8 p.m. UK time. Viewers' Championship round 4. If you're in live chat now, you are in the race. So tune in and see where you finish. Virtual race, so you don't have to drive. Completely free to enter, and it is a bit of fun. Oh, Science has done... What? They almost come together there. They do touch. Hard racing there, and it's what I asked for. You know, the guys at the front going wheel to wheel. Like, yeah, obviously the Mercs are on old tyres, but still, oh, they almost come together there, Hamilton and Sainz. Wow, close racing. Oh, Mercedes going to be back end of the points here. Yeah, lend me 10k subs for a bit. Yeah. I'll give you back. Hey, Tom, between cracking open an apricot Red Bull. Stay awake or mellow out. I wish I could go back to bed after this, but it's boom. It's straight to work all day. In fact, I've got to keep an eye on the time. I've got about half an hour. Once we get to about 7:40, that's unfortunately the cut-off point. So I'll probably get to about lap 40, something like that. Apologies. I won't be here to see the end of the race today, but the half an hour red flag at the beginning put pay to that. And look at that then. Verstappen cruises round the outside of Charles Leclerc and back into the lead of the Japanese Grand Prix. With Leclerc still out there, you know, I can't give it big hype because Leclerc's still out there. It's not really. It's sort of for position, but Leclerc's a pit stop behind, so it's not really for the lead. Wow, Hamilton not happy with the strategy. What were they trying to do? Do a one-stopper at Mercedes? Is that what they were trying to do? And they're bailing out of it. But you might as well commit to it now. You've already taken the pain. I think if Mercedes are going for the one stop, you might as well just carry on now. Because you're taking the pain now. You can't just change the strategy now. If you do, you're in no man's land. You might as well have pitted 10 laps ago then. You know what I mean? I think you're too deep in. And Sainz passes Russell then for P5. So it is now Verstappen, Leclerc, Norris, Perez, Sainz, top 5. But Leclerc's not stopped yet. So Leclerc hasn't stopped. The Mercedes guys haven't stopped. I think pretty much everyone else has. Go to work on lap 40. Yeah, I know, yeah. I know, Gav. I know. Don't. Because that probably will happen. That'll probably happen. But it is what it is. The greatest final 10 laps in history. Oh, Alonso down the inside into turn 1 on Lewis Hamilton. Alonso up to P7 then. And Mercedes are going to be fuming at this. This isn't... But play the long game, though. Play the long game. Well, mind you. Stick to the plan, Jones. Stick to the plan. Yeah, I think Mercedes are too far in now. They got to just stick to it. But they're not going to get a lot of points from today, Mercedes. They'll probably end up 9th and 10th, Mercedes, now. If I was to call it. It's not looking good, is it? I think Mercedes will get beat by, obviously, both McLarens, both Red Bulls, both Ferraris, and Alonso. Ocon being told he needs to push. I am pushing. What are you talking about? Oh, Perez has passed Norris then. Oh, well, they missed that on the TV coverage, didn't they? Oh, Alonso's... right, so Russell's in the pits then. So Russell's in. What tyre is he doing? You're going hard again. They're going hard. What are you going to do? What, and then softs at the end? Is that the idea? Oh, I don't think Lewis is going to want to do that. So Mercedes going hard. What? And then like 10 laps at the end on the softs and hope you rapid. Brother. Nah, man, I don't like that strategy. I don't like that. I think if it was me, I'd want to go to like lap 30 and then whack me a set of mediums on for 23 laps. That's what I'd want. Because he's still definitely got to stop again. So Russell can't do a one stop now, even if he wanted to. And look at this train of cars here. From Sonoda down to Sargent, 11th to 16th, pretty much wheel to wheel. Look at this. Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll. Who's been slating him for 7 years? Not me. Never my thing. I always thought Lance Stroll deserves his seat. I've always been a supporter. Oh, Christ. Yeah, he's doing all right today. He's doing all right today, but then again, his teammate's up in P6, and you're probably not going to get any points, so doing well for Lance Stroll standards is just being a part of it. Right, here we go then. So Hamilton's in, and it is the same strategy as Russell. Another set of hard tyres. So what's the idea then? The idea must be whack a set of softs on for the last dozen laps or something like that. I tell you what, the midfield battle. Can you imagine how good this race would be if you just deleted the first half of the field? And it was like Sonoda in the lead. Can you imagine how good this race would be without Ferrari, Red Bull, McLaren and Mercedes and Aston? It would be incredible. You'd have a different winner every week. Oh, mate, honestly. The sport would be. Let's just delete the top 5 teams. Let's have bottom 5 teams have a race. Oh, they did that just for a laugh. Right, bottom 5 teams, just you lot. So Leclerc now. Yeah, Leclerc could do a one-stopper here. Yeah, Leclerc going onto the hard tyre now and goes to the end, surely. See, Vettel said he wants to make a comeback. Well, he didn't really say that. He didn't really. They wanted him to say that. The media wanted and was desperate for Vettel to say that he wanted to do an F1 comeback, but I can't see it, to be honest. Really, what he was doing, if you notice, was trying to sell one of these energy drinks or like protein drinks. I'm not really sure what it was. But really what Vettel was doing with all these interviews is he's trying to sell one of these energy drinks. That's what it was about. Is he going to make an F1 comeback? Nah. He's done with it. He's always been done with it. I'd be very surprised. I'd be very surprised to see Sebastian Vettel back in the sport. I don't think he'd have the motivation for it. I think he's got other motivations in life. You know, saving wildlife, coming up with these protein drinks or whatever it is. I can't see Vettel back. Yeah, so he played it. He played it nicely, did Vettel. He gave him enough so that they had the headlines of, oh, Vettel could make F1 return. But he never actually said, like, oh, yeah, get me back in. I miss it. Yeah, really he was on a marketing strategy. Yeah, no, clever. It's like when you see those celebrities on the talk shows. Really what they're trying to do is sell the next book they're getting out or the next album that's just come out. They're not there to be on the talk show. They're there to sell something. Vettel, Oh, Leclerc's gone off. Leclerc needs to pit now. Oh, Leclerc's gone off. Anyway, enough about Sebastian Vettel making F1 come back. That's never going to happen. Leclerc has gone off and has rejoined the track. But he has given away the position back to Perez cheaply then. He's got to pit now. One season could be good. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, it'd be exciting if it did happen. I don't feel like, I feel like Vettel is like relaxed and happy in his life. And to be a ruthless F1 driver, you need to have the bit between your teeth. You need to be a little bit angry. You need to be a little bit, you've got to be determined and a little bit angry and a little bit ruthless. Whereas I feel like Sebastian Vettel is happy and chilled. Does he need this? Does he need to fight tooth and nail at 200 mile an hour? Probably not. He's probably happy, chilled. He's got his money. He's got his wildlife projects. He's got his Save the Planet stuff. I think he's all right. There's more chance. I think he could compete in Le Mans. Anyway, look at this. A wheel to wheel. Russell and Leclerc for P6. So how is this working out then? George Russell's a lot further up than what I thought he would be, actually. Yeah, but no, they're not. Russell's... Crofty's saying Russell's going to the end, but he can't, can he? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I have missed a very crucial point here. I have missed a very crucial point that they would have had the start of the race, the initial start of the race, before the Albon Ricciardo thing, on different tyres. So actually, when they started again on lap 3, on a different set of tyres, so Russell can go to the end. So it can be a one-stop for the Mercedes boys. That's what I've missed. So they must have started the initial start of the race on the mediums. And then when they did the second restart, they were already on the second set of tyres. Ooh! Lando Norris cruises around the outside of George Russell into turn 1 and Norris up to P7. I tell you what, there's been a fair few overtakes today. There's been a fair few manoeuvres today, I'll tell you that. Not for the lead or anything that exciting, but fair enough. Suzuka coming in with the overtaking opportunities. Mercedes going to back up the shot to pay Max to learn German. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like at Red Bull, I think they're over the worst of it controversy-wise now. I feel like they've weathered the storm. The fact that Horner is still in his job now means that they've probably weathered the storm now. It's gone quiet, which is great for them. Great for them. But I think the fantasy of Verstappen now moving, the odds are getting longer now. As the weeks go by, the odds of Max having to move because of controversy within the team, the odds are getting slimmer and slimmer and slimmer and slimmer. So I think he probably... And why would he move? Unless he had to move. Why would you choose to move from the fastest car on the grid? You'd be a nutter. So, nah, Max will stay in it. But I wouldn't be that surprised to see Sainz in the Mercedes now. They're talking about Will. I saw a clip of Will Buxton saying that Toto Wolff wants Antonelli. I'd love to see that, but that's a gamble, though. I think they'll play it safe and go Sainz, to be honest, and line up with a Russell Sainz. But I would like the gamble. Because a gamble's exciting, isn't it? So if they do go for Kimi Antonelli for Mercedes next season, I'd love to see it. But if I'm the one making the decision with a sensible head on, do I go for it? Or do you ring up Carlos Sainz, who's a proven Grand Prix winner and, has had 10 years in the game? And you've got 800 people to pay and you've got many shareholders to please. I'd probably be phoning Carlos Sainz. But as a fan, get Antonelli in there, 18 years old, chuck him in at the deep end. Let's have some exciting racing. So, there's arguments for both. But, yeah, if Mercedes go Antonelli, that would be major. I mean, they chucked Lewis Hamilton in at the deep end, didn't they? 18 years ago. And he swung. Right, I've got to keep an eye on time. I've got 20 minutes. So I'll probably get to about lap 43, 45, something like that. It is what it is. Yeah. Oh, there will be a big shake-up. Yeah, forget could. There will be. There better be. There better be a big shake-up in 26. New regs and Red Bull running their own engines, yeah. Well, yeah, branded as Ford. But it is basically their own engine, yeah. So Leclerc asking who doesn't need to stop. And Leclerc being told everyone in front needs to stop again. Yeah, so I think Leclerc will get a good position out of this in the end. It might end up Red Bull 1-2, Ferrari 3-4, which I think was my predictions, yeah. Oh no, I've got Norris on a P4. I should have gone Red Bull 1-2, Ferrari 3-4, really. I feel like that's what's going to end up happening. Where Norris and Piastri are going to slot into that, and Alonso's having a good race. And then Mercedes 8th and 9th. Yeah. And it's Hülkenberg P10 at the moment then. Looking good to pick up another point for Haas. And those points are extremely valuable for those other 5 teams. I hope Tsunoda gets it though. So Tsunoda 3.5 seconds behind Hülkenberg for 10th. Piastri locks up and goes wide in the... So Piastri cuts across the track. The final chicane. So we're on lap 31 of 53. It's Verstappen from Perez, Sainz, Alonso, Piastri, Leclerc, Norris, Russell, Hamilton, Hülkenberg, top 10. Oh, is Charles Leclerc? Is Charles Leclerc in the fight with Perez for P2? Well, he's about a pit stop behind Sergio Perez. Not bad, that. I feel like Leclerc will get some good points out of this. So Sainz being told he's quicker than Perez. And the race has settled down a little bit now. It's even settled down for the battle for 14th and 15th. So we're watching 5th, 6th and 7th. Piastri, Leclerc, Norris. With 21 laps to go. Oh, Bottas. Well, I said the battle for 14th has died off. No, it hasn't. Well, battle for 13th it is. Bottas versus Magnussen. Tell you what, there's been a lot of overtaking in the midfield. On stats, this will look like an absolute banger of a race. But in reality, eh. Did Crofty just say Inter Milan ahead? What? Has he got the Italian Serie A on or what? Inter Milan take the lead. I swear he did. Right, Piastri's in anyway. 2.4 seconds stop. But yeah, I hope there is a big shake-up in 26. Oh, look at this. So what's this then? Hulkenberg, Tsunoda and Stroll. So this is 10th, 11th and 12th. What? Tsunoda going for a point. Go on, Yuki. Oh, they side by... Oh, careful. Trying to pass him there, man. Side by side into the S's. Jesus Christ, man. But Tsunoda, he's going round the outside for P10. Yuki Tsunoda. Back into the points at his home Grand Prix. Who remembers when Kobayashi finished on the podium here? Oh, mate, the scenes. I was a big fan of Kobayashi back in the day, man. His career in F1 was way too short. He should have been given he should have had a lot more opportunities than he had, Kobayashi. What a driver. And he's improved it in endurance racing. Multiple Le Mans winner. Yeah, Kobayashi got on the podium here at his home race. 2012. A little bit before this channel existed, you know. Back in the day, like. Back in the screaming V8 days. Okay. Bottas not happy with Magnussen, but listen, you've got to know Kevin Magnussen's he's always gonna defend it. You know. You're coming up to race Kevin Magnussen. You better get ready. Because he's going to defend it hard. That's what it's about, man. So Perez, as Verstappen is in the pits then, but it is Perez versus Norris for 4th. And Verstappen then back out into the race on lap 35. Oh, he's down the inside into turn 1, DRS, and swoops through. Yeah, so Sainz is in the lead at the moment. But yeah, Science is going to have to pit again. So it's not really the lead, but the sun's come out as well. Yeah. Science is asking for the pit stop as well. So at the moment, Science leads Verstappen by 4.2, but Verstappen's going to be, you know what I mean? You might as well whack the Jaws theme tune on because Verstappen's going to be coming on quick. I wonder if Leclerc can get a second place out of this. No, he's not going to, is he? I'm trying to work out how this is going to... Look at this then. Perez down the inside and takes P3. Oh, yeah, we've had a 1-2 finish in every race, haven't we? The first two was a Red Bull 1-2, then Ferrari 1-2 in Australia. We're on for a Red Bull 1-2 here again in Japan. And then we're going to have a McLaren 1-2 in China. And then a Mercedes 1-2 in Miami. Wait to hear what happens at the British Grand Prix. Sauber 1-2. No, I feel like... are we not looking at here a Red Bull 1-2 Ferrari 3-4 at the end of the day? At the end of the day. Science being told to pit. I've got 10 minutes, guys. I've got 10 minutes. So apologies if you are new to the stream. It's just going to be one of those where... And it is going to be the first time on the channel where I'm not going to be able to see the end of the race. But on a normal day, I would have got to the end. But with the... I've got a 7:40 a.m. cut-off point. And it's 7:30. So I'm not going to see the end. But that half an hour red flag at the beginning was not in the plan. So it is what it is. So if you're if you're watching now and you haven't typed a message in live chat, get in live chat now. You've got 10 minutes to be entered into round 4 of the Viewers' Championship, which is a virtual sim race. It puts your name in the race against me on the sim on Wednesday night around this circuit, a 2-hour race, Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Get involved. It's just a bit of fun. It's free to enter. You don't have to drive. You don't have to do anything. But you can tune in and watch and see your AI driver battling me. And it's a bit of fun. Get involved. Lap 37 of 53 here, though, in Japan. And it is now a Red Bull 1-2 with Leclerc third, with Norris P4. Then the two Mercedes 5th and 6th. And Sainz having stopped now down to P7. Then Alonso 8th, Piastri 9th, Tsunoda 10th at the moment at his home race. Then Magnussen, Bottas, Stroll, Hulkenberg, Sargent, and the two Alpines at the back as Sainz attacks Hamilton for P6 then. I tell you what, this race will look good on stats, on overtakes. It'll be right up there. I mean, we've not had any jeopardy at the front though, so it's not. But is he going to go for it into the final chicane, Carlos Sainz? He has a look, but he's going to line Lewis up going into turn 1, I feel like. Here we go then. Sainz versus Hamilton. He's got the DRS. He's got the slipstream. He's already passed him halfway down the main straight. And Carlos Sainz up into 5th. As a George Russell pits again. Was that the plan? Yes, Denise. Welcome to round 4 of the Viewers' Championship. Early one today, but you're in live chat, and you are in Wednesday night's race, 8 p.m. UK time. Have a look, you'll see your name. But yeah, there's been a few early ones. It's an early one in China as well in a couple of weeks. Not as early, but 8 a.m. start for China in 2 weeks' time. And then it's a late one after that. Miami, I think, is going to be 9:10 p.m. UK time. As we see Lando Norris with a snap of oversteer at Degner 2. Woo! Woo, and it's back end. Whoa. That's a mad one. But yeah, unfortunately, today, early one today, and also an early finish. I'm gonna have to go in a few minutes. Apologies, I won't see the end of the race, but you will. But I won't, because I've gotta go. It's quite an interesting race as well. It's not one of them. On overtaking manoeuvres, this is right up there, man. And there's a lot of different strategies going on out there as well. It's because in my head, as I'm watching the race and it's like halfway through, I'm sort of thinking, how is this all going to play out? And this is a very difficult one, maybe because it's early in the morning as well. But this is a difficult one to figure out who's really where, because the leaderboard lies. You know, especially mid pit stop phase, the leaderboard lies to you. So you're trying to work out how is this all going to unfold? At least I do anyway. You know, I'm not really looking at the leaderboard. I'm looking at who's trying to do what. I feel like we're looking down the barrel of a Red Bull 1-2 Ferrari 3-4, but Alonso and the McLarens are on an interesting one. And then a Merc going to be on a late charge. Is now Russell on a late charge on the mediums? How far can he make up positions? It's a difficult one to work out. It's not straightforward. So Hamilton being told to pit then from P6. And he does pit from 6 then. Are they going to put him on the mediums? So Hamilton in. Whoa, bit slow. 3.3 second stop. It's not the end of the world for Lewis. And back out onto the circuit. It comes into 9th place on the medium tyre. I feel like that's it for Merc today. 8th and 9th. Stuff of dreams, isn't it? Are you only up? How's the race been? Interesting. I wouldn't say it's been an absolute drop-dead thriller. But certainly interesting, yeah. Decent. Not like, oh my God, tops off and, you know, absolute chaos and drama. Nah, but it's been interesting. But we are looking at a Red Bull 1-2 at the end of the day. If that floats your boat, if a Red Bull 1-2 floats your boat, you're having the time of your life. For me, I'd probably prefer any other scenario. But it is what it is. Science Team Radio. Of course you're in a race, Science. Yeah, on for a podium. Yes, come on. That is the motivation you need, Carlos. You are in a race here today. Get on with it. Yeah, Red Bull 1-2 doesn't exactly get the heart pumping, does it? But it's what we've been dealt in Japan, I think. Yeah, I'm going to have to catch up on the last 10 laps later on in the day. Right, guys, I'm going to have to call it there. Unfortunately, it is the first time on the channel that I've not been able to see the end of the race. I do apologise, but I've got to go. Thank you for everyone for being in. Everyone that's been in chat today is now entered into round 4 of the Viewers' Championship. Will take place on Wednesday night, 8 p.m. So please do join me for that. Other than that, for the F1, I'll be back in 2 weeks' time for China. I'll try and do qualifying as well there. I know I missed qualifying yesterday. But yeah, stick in for the Viewers' Championship. Apologies for not being able to see the end of the race, but such is life. Let's get that on. Yeah, so I usually end the stream by giving a rundown of the full positions and the full results at the end. But on lap 42, I'm going to say goodbye. It is Verstappen at the moment from Perez by 10 seconds. And someone's gone off. Oh, Logan Sargent, he's in reverse, back onto the circuit. We're all right. He's still going. He's gone off at Dignity, but he's reversed. He's back on the circuit. But that's all from me. I'll be back for the Viewers' Championship. Everyone that was in live chat today is entered into the Viewers' Championship. Round 4, Japan, Wednesday night, 8 p.m. UK time. Join me for that. Until then, bye for now. And apologies for not seeing the end of the race. Peace out, guys.